Good day, or good evening, or perhaps good morning to some of you out there. I have a new Lee Chaolan tech in Tekken 8 for all of you to get to know about and perhaps use in your matches, because it's actually a pretty optimal tech. Most of all, highly damaging. What I just showed you was the back 4 into up back 3 tech. I haven't seen anyone else do it. I mean, if someone has, you can always tell me to credit them in the description, comments, whatever. So, how do you guarantee up back 3 after back 4, and why would you? First of all, the reason why is because it just does more damage. And if you're playing on an open stage, so if you're hypothetically in the training stage or, you know, on Yakushima or whatever stage, you can do this. Save heat, most of all. You do a lot of damage without using heat. I just dealt 89 damage off of a hop kick. Without using heat, which, yes, is possible, the Staple Combo will grant you... Oops. Let's see how much. It will grant you a whole 82 damage. And that's from a normal Staple Combo. It's good, right? It really is good. So, the way you do this... Well, first of all, you have to be able to use back 4 in your combo. Like, let's say you do this. And now you're here, right? If you have a heat burst available, then obviously after the bound, you have the opportunity to use back 4. So, bound. And then you get the tech. But if you're not able to do that, let's say you have no heat. And you're in this situation, you can't really use back 4. In this case, do not opt for the tech. However, if you do have your heat burst available, or you have the tornado, which in this case we do, right? If we're doing a hop kick. And don't mess up the combo like me, alright? I'm still learning about this tech, like, since pretty recently. Solid 81 damage. So, the way you perform the back 4 into up back 3 tech is dependent on the fact that your opponent's hitbox gets very low at the end of their tornado animation. Alternatively, their bound animation. If I go into a heat burst bound, let's go. Boom. There we go. Here. You see how that grants me +7 in the frame advantage? That is just enough to guarantee you an up back 3, grounded. Now, I will note a few things. First of all, it has a weakness. And this is the infamous, what do you call it? Yeah, spring attack, or... There's another word for it. I don't know what it's called. But as you see, you get countered by that. Now, if you predict that your opponent is like a mastermind that somehow knows about that counterplay, you kind of just wait it out and launch. And you get a reset. So this tech, nevertheless, is still one of the best techs for these combos, I would say. It has the same conditions as back 4 into down 3. Oh, and a thing to note. If you're at the wall and you're doing the tech, it doesn't really matter that they try to do a spring kick, because you're so close, you're going to end up bounding them anyway. Or tornadoing them, sorry. So, now that you know that, the main weakness about the tech, let me detail some things. You have to try to aim at being either in this, in this straight axis with your opponent. Alternatively, a bit to the right. So, like here, okay? So a little bit to the right. If you are to the left, especially when you're doing the heat burst into back 4, you're oftentimes going to end up whiffing. I'm going to show what I mean. Okay, let's go here. Let me set the opponent back to the normal standing up. So let's say I go into heat. Okay, I try to do it. Now, in this case, it seemed to work. Oh shit, it's working. It doesn't always do that, right? But from certain angles at sidestep left. So like here. Yeah, you do end up whiffing. So if you, I guess if you're very, very far on the left side, you're able to clip your opponent with up back 3. But if you're a little more like this, you're going to end up whiffing. So the goal is to, yeah, either be like very, very close up to them from the left, or be straight on, alternatively a bit to the right. One thing you'll see, for me to try and get this consistent, is at the end of my combo, I do a little sidestep right. a small size of bright into back 4. Now I'm going to do some combo examples just to sort of show off this tech. And hopefully inspire you. Okay, that's 195 damage. You get probably like 96 or 97 if you get your adjust frame. Wait. Okay, a solid 96 damage. I like that. If you want to do his 4-3, you can do that as well. And not mess it up. Okay, so 92 damage with the simple 4-3 combo. Another combo would be counter hit 1+2. And you can do a few different combos. I'll start with the basic staple. 68 plus 16, that means 84 damage. Very nice. And that was a solid 86 damage, which is around the same, honestly. So, new counter hit 1+2 combo. Oh my goodness. Just get the damn just frame. I'm swearing like, what's his name? The buff guy. How's he on me? There you go. What was that? 88 damage from counter hit 1+2? That's one of his best combos. Very good. Now you know. What else do we have? We have this 14 frame crouch punish. Oh my goodness. So the basic combo would be something like this. That was what? 79 damage from while standing 2-3, which is pretty good because considering that usually you get from the same combo like 3 less damage. Oh my goodness. I accidentally did the attack. From the same combo you would usually get 76 damage. Now a harder combo, which I think might be one of the strongest while standing 2-3 combos. Okay. Wait. There we are. 69 plus 16, that's a solid 85 damage. Very, very impressive. Now, we have Magic 4. We have this variant, which I guess it has... people usually do this combo. And then you could do that, giving you a solid, what, 78 damage? 78, okay. And then you could do... and if you guys can't tell, what I'm doing is I'm dashing into back to 4-3 after back 4. There we are. So how much was that? 83 damage? That's pretty good off of a Magic 4 combo. You don't usually get that, you know? And mind you, this should do more damage than him going into heatdash. Okay, so if I record the status here, I can do back 4 and top back 3, which gave me 84 damage. Pretty good. And then I could do his heatdash. And by the way, I don't think I can reach the opponent from here. If I do back 4 into 4-4-3. So that's why I'm gonna do back 2 into 4-4-3. So that gave me 81 damage compared to 84. So, okay, so I'll show you his other Magic 4 combo now. I don't even know what people do here. Oh, they do this. Okay. So that gives us a solid 69 damage. Actually not that impressive. Y'all don't have a better combo? Okay, so you could do 71 damage. Okay, so that's the usual easy staple that people take. You can do the GM special instead. Do that, right? That's 75 damage from his magic 4-4. Very good. Very good. Now then, the very important other side to the back 4 spike, which would be for the combos after the moves forward, forward, 4. And back, back 4. Now, the thing with back 4 is it's a little special. Let me show you. So if I pause the game here or record the status, so to speak, you can do the tech, especially from this like very deep sides up left angle. You can't do it from here. If I try it. If you want to make it very consistent, you just do heat burst. Heat burst. And then you get it. However, you are able to do a different thing. And it's if you do something like this. I'll try to do it. It's a bit strict, so to speak. There you are. You can actually get the back turn QCF4 if you do a backpack 4 tailspin into heat burst. But it's very strict, although it did grant me 91 damage, and matter of fact, you can do this without a heat burst for forward 4. If I can, you know. But I do this in matches all the time. I didn't realize people don't do this. 83 damage. Very, very solid. And naturally, you can do the same thing here. There you are. 90 damage. Although I don't recommend going into heat just for that, or well, actually no, do so if you want heat. Now, the thing I would note about these combos is if you can tell that you're like slightly, you know, too far to the left or too far to the right, in other words, that you're not going to get back turn, instead go for the regular up back free attack. It's gonna work, it's gonna do good damage, most of all be consistent. And finally it would be the move counter hit 1, 2, 4. This one's a little strange. I don't really do this move, so there we go. And in this case you're already pretty close to back turn, so as you see I got a 74 damage combo. Pretty good. Can also do it without going into hit mat. That was a solid 84 damage, so you have a lot of possibilities with the back 4 tech, as you can see. And to try and explain why the tech works, as in why do you get to guarantee up back 3? Well, it's the fact that usually you have a frame advantage of +5, which guarantees a 16 frame move like down 3, unless your opponent spring kicks, obviously. However, when you wait for them in the animation, you see that back 4 hits on the 22nd startup frame, and it will give you a frame advantage of +7, guaranteeing an 18 frame move. That's 2 frames slower than down 3. See? So, I hope this guide has helped you. I hope this is going to inspire you to find your own techs, whether you're a Lee main or you're a Kazuya main or you're whatever, you know. So I thank you all for watching this video. God bless you all. I hope this helps you, and most of all, have fun playing the game. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you all. Peace. Oh my goodness, that is the highest damage combo for Blazing Kick in the open without heat. 100 damage. There you go, boys.